right, the bombing campaign has begun in Syria. Hopefully it's begun and ended. They say that it might be just a one-time thing. That's what Defense Secretary Jim Mattis indicated. Again, let's hope that's true. So, A, what do I think about it? A terrible idea. Secondly, I'm mainly relieved at so far what we know. Trump just announced it, and then we saw some bombing over Damascus, according to the reporting. We don't know what the damage is so far. But here's what they told us, that they dropped about twice as many bombs this time as they did around this time last year in responding to another chemical attack. And Trump talked about how he hopes one day we could have a better relationship with Russia and Iran. He said, I don't know if we can, but I hope we can. I also hope that. At this point, I don't care much if it's to prove it's as a distraction or it's to prove he's tough on Russia, etc. All I care about is not getting dragged into war. So there's only one curious note here, and then I'll tell you the good news. The curious note is that observers were going to go and look at the site that was hit by the chemical gas just a couple of hours from now. And right before they went to go look there, we started the bombing. So I don't know if that means that it's called off or not. That's curious timing and annoying timing, and I wish they hadn't done it that way. I really want to know who did it. And if it's Syria, that's super relevant. If it's not Syria, that's super relevant. So I wish they hadn't started the bombing before the evidence came in. I wish they hadn't done the bombing at all. Okay, having said that, the good news is it looks like there were no Americans that were hurt in the bombing, and as far as we can tell so far, no Russians that were hurt. So Syrians being hurt is an absolute tragedy. It happens all the time, unfortunately, and it shouldn't happen. That's why I'm against, among the many reasons why I'm against the bombing in the first place. But the reason why, in this case, the Russians and the Americans are more irrelevant is because if we accidentally, and we got resistance from the Syrian Air Force, apparently, and the air defenses. And if in that resistance we had downed a MiG, a Russian plane, that would have been a disaster. If they had downed one of our planes, it would have been a double disaster. So far, based on what we know, and the bombing just happened, it appears that nothing like that went wrong. So let's hope that this does not escalate any further, that this is the only bombing, and then we're done with it. You know, I know the military-industrial complex is going to try to push us into more and more bombing. They're going to try to push Trump into it, but I hope he sticks with his original statement from before the chemical attacks, which is to begin to get our troops out. We could all hope. So let's hope that the damage was limited tonight from the bombing. That's all.